Hello, thank you for joining me. I thought I'd have a look at the Rahu Ketu and maybe just a very quick look at Saturn's transit as well for UK, US and Canada and for their leaders and how they will actually work out for them. So let's have a quick look and see what's going on up in the skies and what to expect with the in the next few weeks. So okay, so it's on USA. Let's do USA. So USA is Sagittarius ascendant, and for them, this will be Rahu will go into their 5th house and Ketu in their 11th house. So Ketu is going to bring about all of those things that are much needed. So it's going to end, and it's actually their Brigabindu point as well for US. So this will end an end into the anything that is the judiciary system could change, banking could also change, and also the other thing that we can also expect is big corporations. There'll be changes within them too, and all those big companies. Ketu is going to just literally cut all of that and bring about some newness into that. So it's that is the whole focus now of what will be the bigger companies. There would be mega changes within them. From there also, Ketu is going to be aspecting what would be the 7th house for USA. So it will be like things to do with how they deal with other countries, with other people, generally speaking, and partnerships, etc. And also from there will be aspecting the 3rd house. So it's going to cut some of the media, social media, that kind of stuff. There's going to be like end to some of those. You can see that a lot of them have lost a lot of money in their shares. So, and also 3rd house is would be the same as literally, you know, because it's this is the natural Gemini is all to do with stocks and shares and markets. So it's going to be like ending some of those, ending some of the media, press, all of those will go bankrupt or just close. You can see that their shares have lost quite a substantial amount of money. So this end of those things, but what it does, it kind of like literally transforms them into, because don't forget it's a 12th house ruler, so it's going to end those things. So there'll be some endings there. If you're Sagittarius, then you needn't worry about all these things, because I'm talking about like more mundane stuff to do with with the countries. And Rahu will go into the 3rd house ruler in the 5th house. So this will be like people will be able to express themselves more. All this censorship stuff will come to an end. A whole new way of actually filming, cameras, photography, new sort of like new life will go into all these independent, filmmakers, editors, singers. The whole of the industry is going to change, because obviously this will be like, I think there'll be an end to Hollywood and Disney and all of that stuff, if I was really truthful, in the next year and a half. We're going to go into much more moralistic, because from there Rahu will be aspecting 9th and 1st house, so we're going to work on the moralistic messages that are coming through the lens. We're just going to, because everything is very sexualized, so there's going to be like, I feel as a mother, that's just not been very good last 20 years personally. So, and we've been very much like a society, disposable society, buy things and chuck them out because the next thing is that. I think that's coming to an end as well. So we're going to have much more respect for our environment because of Ketu. Ketu is also going to make the communities much more cohesive, working together, more smaller communities. And so that's USA. And let's have a look at UK. UK is going to go through, Rahu is going to go 6th house ruler in the 8th house and Ketu 3rd house ruler in the 2nd house. So For UK, there's going to be massive transformation in the health of the nation, into the health service, the governmental bodies, all those civil servants, NHS, GPs, all those kind of things. There's going to be a massive transformation in them, massive changes. It's going to change the way hospitals, hospices, laboratories, scientific, things are done, and also the way that we treat our community, generally speaking, our people. All of that is going to be changing, really. So, and also housing, because this is also housing and the happiness of the nation. Ketu, in the meanwhile, third house rule in the second house. So what will happen is the truth will come out about all the sort of banking, if you like, into money and all the monies that they take from us. So it could also be taxation, because eighth house stuff is happening as well. I think some new ways of taxation will happen. So second and eighth house, so major changes in our values as well. And Canada will be the same, actually, because in a sense will be the same as UK. So both Virgo ascendants. So again, focus on the changes on the health system, the way we rule the hospitals are run, communities are run, taxes, all that kind of stuff. That's some of the things that I wanted to point out. So if we now go back and just have a look at Joe Biden now. Joe Biden is it's very strange, because when I look at his chart and look at like the country, he's the same as Canada. They're I mean, not saying anything that Boris is great, not at all. But it's funny how their ascendants are 12 houses from the, like, USA is like, US is Sagittarius ascendant, and yet the person who's running the country is in the secret house of the 12 houses away. So you don't synergetically, in terms of ascendants, they're not really in sync with each other. So I just find that quite odd, really. And also anyway, and so that for me, and also the fact that what would be his fourth house has got Ketu in it. This is like homeland, and I just find that quite strange, really, in a sense. There's Ketu in the fourth house, So, but generally speaking, that Ketu actually falls on US's third house. So cuts the communications, the way, the expression of people, that kind of thing. So very odd. Boris Johnson is, he's going to have Ketu going on his moon. That could be quite, it could cut his career, because, and his gains, in a sense, what he's gaining, all that kind of stuff can be completely stopped as well. And from there, Ketu is going to also cut his career. And also, so there's going to be a lot of changes to him with that, because basically he's going to bring a lot of changes to his money situation, his family situation, his career. So that will be for him. And Justin Trudeau, again, how strange that he's got Leo ascendant and the country, Canada, is Virgo ascendant. Very strange. So again, for him is going to be, Ketu is going to be in the third house, and Rahu in his ninth house. So Rahu is going to be aspecting first and the fifth house for him as well. And also his Ketu is going to be like in his third house. So he's not going to be like so out there anymore, so expressive and making his big speeches anymore. And also from there is also aspect in his 11th house of gains, and also 7th house of other people, partnerships, things like that. So very, very strange times coming up, really, in a sense. So what I wanted to just say also, when I looked, Canada is obviously Virgo ascendant. Moon is in their 10th house, and Moon Ardra. So whenever I look at a country, or any chart for that matter, I use to just see, warn people about what to be careful of. I always look, what I was taught by my teacher was that you look at the 28 nakshatra system, and which includes Abhijit, and the 22nd nakshatra from the moon will be like the nakshatra that's going to create some downfall, some difficulties for you. And I can actually vouch that did happen to me during when the dasha and also transits were supportive. I had a massive downfall because I was not aware of this. So it's very strange because for Canada, the 22nd nakshatra, which creates difficulties for Canada and its people, is Uttara Bhadrapada. And that is where the Yogacaraka planet for the Prime Minister is there. So, so what can I say? It's just very, very difficult, isn't it? Very difficult when you just think that the actual leader is not in sync with the country. So, I mean, I don't know, some people might love him, but up there it doesn't look so good. So that's for Canada. So Canada was Ardra moon, and the Vinashika nakshatra, the 22nd nakshatra of downfalls and difficulties for the country, would be Uttara Bhadrapada. For UK has got Purnavasu moon. So the nakshatra, which is the difficult one, brings downfall, is actually Revati, and it's already got Revati there. So all the difficulties that the country creates abroad comes to haunt them. And isn't that just been happening last God knows how long? So Revati, and just want to see whether or not, I'm not really sure because I haven't actually prepped anything for this. Actually, as it happens, Johnson hasn't got that. But let's have a look at his other. Look at that. He also contributes massively into that. And look at that. He's also in the 6th house through health and all of those. Rest my case. So that's quite interesting, isn't it? So he's also can bring some serious downfalls for the country. Difficulties. Don't know how we choose these people, really. And then let's go to US and just see, because I don't know. So for US is Purnavasu moon, sorry, Shatabisha moon. But I already noticed that the leaders, Ketu, is already on the moon there anyway. So it's already not connected with the people at all in that sense. I don't even have to, but let's have a look and see what else is going on. So for USA, which is Shatabisha moon, Jyeshta is the difficult one, but actually he hasn't got anything in Jyeshta. So no, but he has got Ketu sitting on the 3rd house of the US. So if we have a look, there we go. And actually, I'm just going to have a look at the countries. No, they don't also. So yeah, so very interesting. So, but in terms of anything else, but we just know that good thing is that looks like we're going to get rid of Rahu Ketu are going to create that situation where there's going to be changes, and the changes will be better for the people, because it will just like do away with the what will be like the big organizations. We're going to just see a lot of truth come out about them. I think we're all kind of sensing that, oh, you know, we're being controlled, and all this red tape, you know, I mean, everything has become so difficult now. If you want to speak to somebody from your bank, it goes through, you have to hold on for this option, do this, for this, do this. And then they just send you around the houses, and you still have to hold on for 20-25 minutes. So they've made our life quite hellish. So I think things will change for us for the better. So all I can say, guys, sometimes we have to go through difficulties to kind of appreciate. And I think I can see that Ketu will bring a lot of solace and a lot of peace to our lives going forward, you know, because everything has been so difficult for the people, generally speaking. And you know, where we've been told about how we should look after our health in order to be able to work. I mean, the nonsense that's been coming out lately is unbelievable, how there's like constantly new things coming out that in order to be able to actually feed your family, you have to do that. And people have just been, you know, judgmental of other people. So hopefully this period now, Ketu will actually like make us more community minded, and stop thinking that people whose lives are not at all related to us, they live in completely different dimension to us, they're telling us what to do. We need to take control of that. So I think that control is going to be ending. So good times, guys. So embrace it, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.